You missed it. It went right over your head.
On this episode of Throwdown, we're bringing the heat, yum, and laying out some spicy Huevos Rancheros.
Spicy egg dish, it should be spicy, don't you think?
This hearty Mexican egg and salsa dish is all in the family for mother and son team David and Teresa Matias.
Welcome to Tucson, Arizona, and Secrets of the Southwest.
And it lights up the morning at their popular Tucson Cafe. So we're hitting the Arizona Trail to challenge them.
This is gonna be a very tough throwdown.
But will I lose this battle before it even begins? My name is Bobby Flay. My mission, to find the best of the best. My objective, perfecting their signature dish. The plan of attack, I'm showing up to challenge them, but they don't know it. I may win, I might even lose. It's anybody's game. It's the ultimate throwdown. All right, let's check out what the next throwdown is. It's that time of the day. Huevos Rancheros, ranch-style eggs. David and Teresa Matias of Teresa's Mosaic Cafe in Tucson, Arizona. Here's their claim to fame. Mother and son team Teresa and David Matias keep it authentic at their Tucson restaurant, Mosaic Cafe.
Put your corazón in it, put your heart into it.
This duo hits all the classics, but if seats at breakfast are a little harder to come by, then their much-loved Huevos Rancheros must be the culprit.
Let's go, let's get this food out.
Called the perfect breakfast in the book 500 Things to Try Before It's Too Late, this combination of eggs and fresh tortillas smothered in Teresa's secret Oaxacan salsa have all Tucson waking up spicy.
My favorite part about the Huevos Rancheros, the way those roasted green chilies just zang in your mouth. I think it sets it apart.
Here's the setup. David and his mom think their Huevos Rancheros is starring in a Food Network special called Secrets of the Southwest.
Hello, Food Network. I'm David Matias.
I'm Teresa Matias.
And you just saw us make our Huevos Rancheros, and that was awful.
Here's your mission. Learn all you can about what makes David and Teresa's Huevos Rancheros such an Arizona legend. If you have any hope of beating their special sauce and strolling out of town a winner, you'll have to dig deep into your bag of Southwestern tricks and pull out a perfect plate of huevos. Huevos Rancheros, one of my favorite dishes for breakfast, for sure. I love it. I mean, think about it. Tortillas, spicy sauce made with chilies, like red chilies, sometimes tomatoes, beans, and basically, it's a spicy egg tortilla dish. All right, David and Teresa, I'm coming to Tucson, Arizona. I want to see whose rancheros is spicier. Is it gonna be mine, or is it gonna be yours? Teresa's Mosaic Cafe in Tucson, Arizona is where Chef David Matias dazzles diners with food inspired by his home state of Oaxaca, Mexico.
All different types of people come to our restaurant, and they enjoy our food. It's not just Mexican food, Oaxacan food, it's just good food.
Teresa is much more than just a name on the menu.
She just patted my head.
Teresa Matias is the driving force behind this family dynasty, and her passion is contagious.
Being with my mom all these years have given me that love for food that I have now. Before, it was a simple thing of wanting to help my mom, but now I love cooking. That's what I learned from her. Is that delicious? You like what your papi makes?
It's not easy running one of the most popular places in town, but the rewards are obvious during Sunday dinner at the Matias family home.
Your feet hurt, your back hurts, and all of that doesn't matter anymore because everything feels great inside when you can see this, when you see great food and great family.
But a decade ago, this is the last place David thought he would be.
I honestly wanted to be an architect and build my mom a house.
They say life is what happens when you make other plans.
We had just built a big restaurant, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work for my mom. And I just wanted to help her.
Instead of following that dream, he went to the Culinary Institute of America and forged a new dream with her.
Well, that's why I decided to become a chef. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. Very happily, very proudly, helping my parents, running the restaurant here in Tucson.
En español.
En inglés, si pues. En inglés.
This is my dream, you know.
But it didn't come easy.
My parents came from a place where they didn't even have television, electricity, and now we have everything that we need, which is a lot of work. Hard work is the American dream, and if you do that, then you can have whatever you want.
And they owe some of that success to this plate right here.
Well, I think the best thing about the Huevos Rancheros is the salsa. They make their own salsa. It's the best salsa in town.
I need 3 more orders of Huevos Rancheros.
The restaurant has always had phenomenal food, and I always bring people from out of town here.
People come far and wide for my Huevos Rancheros.
Huevos Rancheros this good don't just happen.
It isn't just the tomatoes. It isn't just the chilies. It's the fresh corn masa that we make the tortillas with, the beans. Put that fantastic sauce on those 2 fried eggs. It just makes for a fantastic plate. Those Huevos Rancheros are just awesome because of everything that we put in there.
Being on TV takes David back to his days as a culinary student, watching Food Network and dreaming.
You could see everybody watching the show and thinking to themselves, you know, one day. And fortunately, I can go back there and tell them, yeah, you know, one day came for me.
I hope it won't spoil his big day if I show up. So today, it's Huevos Rancheros. Translation, ranch-style eggs. So what's in Huevos Rancheros? Well, first of all, there's definitely tortillas. Most of the time, they're corn tortillas. I've seen it with flour tortillas, but I think we have to go with corn. Just more flavorful. I love the texture. A lot of times, you'll find some beans. I'm not a huge fan of beans in my Huevos Rancheros. I'm gonna take it under consideration. I'm not gonna actually commit to actually using beans in the Huevos Rancheros. We're gonna see how it goes. And then, of course, some salsa. People think of salsa in this country as, you know, something that's chunky and raw, like a tomato salsa. But a salsa can also be something that's cooked and pureed. Then we also have, of course, the huevos, the eggs. Are they scrambled? Are they sunny side up? Are they poached? What are they gonna be? And then, of course, there's the extras. What could the extras be? It could be some avocado, some guacamole, maybe some fresh lime, some Mexican crema, or some creme fraiche or sour cream. This is really a layered dish. It all starts with the tortilla on the bottom, and we kind of build it. Tortilla, sauce, the eggs, and then the salsa on top, maybe some avocado and the crema, and then, of course, some fresh cilantro, because we need that big, fresh flavor. David Matias thinks big.
This is the best Huevos Rancheros in the United States of America.
While we sweat the small stuff. I think that's a good idea. That's a very good...
Excuse me, I said it first.
No, you did.
I said it.
Can we see the videotape on that,
Right,
please?
I didn't.
Let's roast these chilies.
The Matias family starts every batch of Huevos Rancheros the same way, fire roasting the peppers.
You can hear them snap, crackle, and popping out here, and it smells terrific. It's gonna give it flavor, it's gonna give it depth. Now that's a roasted green chili. Now that we have these fantastic chilies roasted, we can start making our famous Huevos Rancheros.
I'm fired up too, and ready to get rolling in the Food Network test kitchen. All right, everybody, today it's Huevos Rancheros, and I have my trusty assistants, Miriam and Stephanie. Huevos Rancheros, fantastic Mexican-style, ranch-style eggs.
Now we've roasted the chilies, we've deveined them, peeled them, and sliced them. So now we're going to start our beans. These beans here, pinto beans, regular pinto beans, have been washed already. So my mom's adding the water, and then we'll add a little bit of garlic.
So I think we should start with the sauce.
I think so.
We start to build our sauce by browning some chorizo we'll reserve and use later. So we have some diced onions and garlic, some crushed tomatoes, and then we have some chilies. So it's gonna have a good amount of heat to it. But I think a spicy egg dish, it should be spicy.
This is our family recipe that was handed down from one generation to another generation. We have these tomatoes that have been washed. We have some other chilies that also been washed, some cloves of garlic. Then we'll just add some water, some salt, and then we'll boil them down. And then once these are soft, we are going to puree them.
We want to save all the flavor of this chorizo. So we're going to actually put a little red wine in there, and then we're going to deglaze the pan. Okay, there's our secret.
There's our secret sauce.
Then we're going to add our tomatoes.
Wait, what happened to the...
Oh, what happened to the onions and the garlic?
Oh, well,
All right, that's all right. Give me another saute pan.
So now that the tomatoes have softened, they're ready to be pureed for the salsa ranchero.
While we sweat the onion and garlic in another pan, I hit the tomato wine mixture with ancho, pasilla, chipotle, and chili de árbol. You can see how it immediately changes the color of this and also the texture, because chili peppers are like a thickening agent as well.
Once you can smell that garlic and onions, it's time to add your tomato. It's all coming together now. We're going to finish it off with the roasted, peeled, and deveined green chilies, our chopped cilantro. This is what the sunset looks like in Tucson.
Visually, I want sort of a nice, deep, brownish red color sauce, you know, from the chili peppers and the tomatoes. And then I want it to have some body to it.
Salud. Good. Spicy, very good.
Let's cook some tortillas. We could make our own if we wanted to. I mean, these are really good quality tortillas. It's not really gonna matter that much in this case.
So now we'll start the process of making the corn tortilla. So fresh masa is pureed corn and water. Much better flavor than machine-made tortillas. The corn is caramelizing to get more flavor, more depth to the tortillas.
So as soon as these come out and they're crispy, what you do is you take a little salt so that the salt adheres to the wet oil.
These beans smell fantastic. The way the garlic and the onions have all meshed together. And once we puree it, the smell's gonna just explode.
We took a vote, and I decided that we're not gonna have beans on the Huevos Rancheros.
The frying of the beans will give the beans another flavor. So it's not just boiled beans.
We're almost there. Time to fry up some huevos.
So now we're gonna cook some eggs. We're gonna do them sunny side up.
I like that because I like my yolk to run all over.
You don't want the eggs over easy because you don't want the egg yolk to ooze too much.
All right, so now we can actually put this together. Take a little bit of sauce, and then we're gonna put a tortilla down, all right?
And then we'll just add a little bit of beans, and we'll add the white Monterey cheese and the cheddar cheese, and then the queso fresco.
I like the sharpness of the cheddar.
It'd be good with like a queso fresco or a
definitely.
chihuahua or something too, which is milder.
We're gonna hit it with the torch here. This is the fun part right here.
Just melt the cheese a little bit. Yum. A little crema. Sprinkle some chorizo, cilantro. There you go.
Yay.
¿Cómo está, mama? How is it, mama?
Delicious.
See, they're very crisp.
It's amazing, but it's not too spicy.
I feel like it needs acid. Acid. So I was thinking it's
Not a bad idea. Maybe we can finish with a little lime juice. That's a very good.
Excuse me, I said it first.
No, you did.
I said it with
Can we see the
acid.
videotape
No,
on
she's
that,
right.
please?
I didn't.
This is the best huevos rancheros in the United States of America.
We'll finesse the sauce a tiny bit more.
No.
The crema is great.
I was thinking like the lime crema too. There's
Oh, lime crema.
Then instead of the squeeze of
Lime
lime.
crema.
Okay, now I'm giving you the credit.
Okay, that's what we'll
Zest,
do.
not juice. 'Cause
Yeah,
it'll break
zest
it.
in the crema. Great idea.
From my casa to your casa, our famous huevos rancheros.
All right, David and Teresa, we're coming to Tucson, Arizona, and we're bringing our huevos with us.
Inside the Hotel Congress in downtown Tucson, Arizona, David and Teresa Matias get psyched.
Ay, mamacita.
Then get serious in preparation for some Huevos Rancheros.
And I'm starving, so I'm ready to eat them.
I always like coming to the Southwest. I crave these ingredients, so I'm looking forward to this.
And we're gonna make these fantastic huevos rancheros that we learned, that my mother learned a long time ago. Not that long ago, in Oaxaca.
This is a very sort of old school family recipe. They make everything from scratch. This is gonna be a very tough throwdown.
These are the best huevos rancheros
Thank
in
you.
the world.
Thank you. Our huevos rancheros are the best because of the fresh ingredients, the fresh roasted green chilies, the fresh cilantro, and all the hard work that we put into this.
I heard that this is the best family-style Huevos Rancheros in the Southwest. Is that true?
Well, I think you got here a little late because they said the world earlier.
Even better. Do you think you're ready for a Huevos Rancheros throwdown? What do you think?
I think we are. We're gonna beat you so bad, we're gonna have to call your mama to apologize. I'm not gonna lie, my heart's pumping a little bit, but if I wasn't nervous, then I wouldn't be human.
The Hotel Congress in Tucson is famous as the place John Dillinger was staying when he was captured. Now, it will be known for something else.
I almost broke the door. It's the worst entrance in the history of Throwdown. No sneak attack today.
But I shake it off and get ready to compete, Huevo style.
Hey, we can't believe it. It's an honor to meet him. It's an honor to go up against him. Right now, I'm in the mood to get it going.
What's in your sauce?
Corazon? What's in your sauce?
I got a little more than that, but
Well, there's a lot of corazon here.
Besides heart, they've got chilies.
what do you call those?
This is chile canario.
They're very hot?
You want to borrow one?
No. Well, we have 3 different chili peppers, ancho chilies, pasilla chilies, and also chili de árbol for some heat, and some chipotle. It's actually 4 chilies. I said 3, but it's actually 4. We're starting with chorizo, so we can get a lot of that flavor from the chorizo. I'm just cooking and then reserving it. So we're gonna sprinkle that on later. So then I'm gonna put some onions and garlic on here to the chorizo oil.
What you got there, baby?
We got the chorizo.
Chorizo. Smells good, Bobby. Let's get this throwdown started.
Teresa presses and griddles fresh corn tortillas, and David offers me a little sample.
This is a little fresh homemade tortilla, some beans. This is what we make at home.
Delicious. So fresh, incredibly tender, very flavorful. Tastes like Arizona.
Our tortillas aren't homemade. Hope we can overcome that.
A little red wine. The red wine's just gonna add some body. Now I'm gonna add some tomatoes.
We're also starting to have second thoughts about our bean decision.
Do they always have beans out out here?
All chilies and everything.
We decided to go beanless.
No beans.
Why did you decide to go beanless on your Huevos Rancheros?
I just thought we had too many ingredients because we're also putting the chorizo on top of there. I know it's very traditional, but I always try to do something that's not so traditional, especially in an environment like this.
Because the Matias family already has tradition covered with their salsa recipe.
A lot of history on this sauce.
My grandma, my mom, my tia,
And me.
my son.
So, David, I guess you're under pressure to keep this thing going, huh?
Thanks for reminding me.
Local mesquite honey kind of brings out the fruitiness of the chili peppers. All right, so we're gonna let this sauce cook for a while. I wanna make sure that the chilies kind of cook out, get all sort of the rawness of the chilies out, and they kind of meld and become part of the sauce. I wanna see like a nice, deep, almost sort of chocolate red color.
While the flavors mellow, David takes me out back to show me something.
This is our chili roaster that we had made for us. You know, it's a pretty easy process. You turn it on, the flame comes on, and just wait till they get charred.
Right.
So what does Bobby Flay think about my roasted green chili?
I like that. I'm gonna get one of these myself. I'm gonna put this in my backyard.
We come back from our chili field trip into a flurry of activity.
It's a busy Throwdown. I'm frying, she's scraping, he's stirring, we're flipping.
You nervous?
Am I nervous?
Yeah.
I'm very nervous. I'm in your hometown, baby.
I'm sorry. Bobby Flay, you're going down. All right, so let's start making some eggs.
The pieces come together, and it's time to swap plates.
Enjoy, okay? Thank you.
I thought it had a lot of good, fresh chili flavor. You know, the roasted chilies, you can really taste the roasted chilies in the sauce. And the beans were fantastic, too. That's one thing we're missing is the beans. So we'll see how that plays out in the judging.
It's very good.
You could taste all the great flavors with that. When he deglazed the pan with the wine, you can taste the chorizo. And all those flavors combined together, it makes a fantastic huevo ranchero. Now I'm nervous.
All right, let's start feeding people.
Time to go into full-on egg mode and give the crowd a taste.
Are you guys ready for some Huevos Rancheros?
So I'm eating Teresa's right now, and I have to say, you can tell the tortilla is homemade and that the ingredients are fresh, and there's a little kick at the end. It's good.
I'm eating Bobby Flay's Huevos Rancheros, and the thing that I really like the most about it is that he put so many different kinds of chilies and he really built a lot of depth of flavor.
Bobby's has a tangy, sweet, spicy. Teresa's was a little bit more fresh. This is a little bit heavier. So my money's on Teresa and David.
Amazing. I'm trying Bobby's right now. The chorizo is perfect. The fresh crema, the cilantro. You can't wait to take another bite.
This is Bobby's.
And the flavors there are very layered. You get sweet, you get spicy, you get fresh, you get cold, you get crispy. It comes together very well.
Come on, Bobby. You need to use the homemade corn tortillas. But it's good.
The Matias family has their favorite, but which huevos will our judges prefer?
What I'm looking for in Huevos Rancheros is a good balance of flavors, and I'm hoping that's what I find today.
Perfectly cooked eggs, slightly fried tortilla, a nice, thick, flavorful sauce, and the perfectly melted cheese. That's what I'm looking for. Well, I think it's time to eat some Huevos Rancheros.
One forkful, and I knew this Huevos Rancheros throwdown was going to be close.
Well, I think we're going to lose points for not having beans, though.
I love their beans.
As a matter of fact, I know we are.
Let's see if today's judges agree.
Hi, I'm Kristen Cook. I'm a food writer for the Arizona Daily Star in Tucson.
My name's Silvana Salcido Esparza, and I am the chef owner of the Barrio Cafe in Phoenix, Arizona. I know Mexican food.
Huevos Rancheros will be judged on 3 criteria: tradition, salsa, and overall flavor. They begin with dish A, my Huevos Rancheros topped with red chili salsa and lime crema.
Very good overall, and the salsa is put together well. I do feel the tortilla is a little too crunchy. I think it needs a little bit more salsa, but overall, I think it's pretty fantastic.
It's got a good kick to it. It's got that slow afterburn from the red chili sauce. It's got the chorizo, great way to start the day.
Then it's B's turn. Teresa and David Matias's Huevos Rancheros with roasted green chili salsa and refried beans.
The texture was a lot different from the last dish. It's almost kind of souffle-like. It made me think of a chili relleno. The nice heat from the roasted chilies. The sauce is a little runny, but it was a nice dish.
It is very authentic Arizona. Salsa was a little bit runny, I agree with you. So I would just tighten up the salsa, but overall, it's a fantastic dish. A little bit different with the frijoles on top, and I think that's what gives it that uniqueness.
have a winner. The winner of today's Huevos Rancheros Throwdown is Dish A.
Teresa David, thank you so much for welcoming us here to Tucson. I don't know what happened. I guess, you know, I don't know, maybe it was a chorizo, but we got that here, so we kind of cheated a little bit.
We just wanted to say thank you from Teresa Mosaic Cafe and just Bobby and Food Network being here. We won just with that. Thank you.
I was really surprised because their Huevos Rancheros were so great and so classic, and I thought they would definitely have me on tradition and authenticity.
It was a tough choice, but overall, Dish A took it.
We have to remember that we went up against Bobby Flay. You know, we're just
An Iron Chef America.
and we're very, very proud of what we did today.
I personally, for my taste, like theirs better because I'm more of a green chili person than a red chili.
It was a hard choice, but it was just that Dish A put it over the top with that smoky chorizo.
Revancha.
So to all you awesome cooks out there, keep doing what you do, but ask yourself this.
Are you ready for a throwdown?